Hi everyone, this is Defensom and today we'll know about rights of transgender under the Indian legal system. The video deals with the transgender rights in India, as the transgender have the right to be recognized as a third gender and are entitled to legal protection under the law. The rights are equally guaranteed under the Indian constitution to the transgender person as the constitution guarantees justice and equality to each and every Indian citizen. The government has enacted the Transgender Person Protection of Right Act 2019 to provide prohibition against discrimination in the matters of employment, education and health services to the transgender person, and welfare measures have been adopted to protect the rights of the transgender person. They are the people who are born with male or female anatomies, but they feel different from their bodies structure as their gender expression, identity, or behavioral differences. From their birth sex, the transgender people try to express their gender identity in many ways, as some use their behavior, dress, or mannerism, or live like the gender they feel is right for them, as they reject the traditional understanding of gender that is just divided between male and female. Misconception about the term transgender. Transgender is not a term limited to a person whose genitals are intermixed, but is a blanket term of people whose gender expression or identity or different behaviors from the norms expected from the birth sex. Various transgender identities fall under this category, including transgender male, transgender female, male to female MTF, and female to male FTM. It also includes cross-dressing, those who wear clothes of others. Genderqueer people, they feel they belonged to neither both or either of the both genders or neither of the both genders, and transsexuals. In India, there are wide range of transgenders identity, which includes the Hijras, the Aravanis, the Kothis, the Jogtas, the Chopanas, the Shiv Shaktis. In the past, they were treated with great respect. Transgender recognition as third gender. Transgender people are individuals who differ from the stereotypes and existence of only two genders, that is man and women. They have different appearances, personal characteristics and behavior. The main problem from which they suffer are lack of education, unemployment, homelessness, lack of health care facilities and depression, alcohol abuse and discrimination through their life. To protection their rights and solve their problems, the Constitution of India has provided them with their own rights, and the Supreme Court has given them the right to recognize as the third gender and provided them with some welfare measures. Transgender are the people or the person who have suffered discrimination from ages, as their gender identity was not recognized either in eyes of law or by the society, and they were forced to write male or female against their gender. The Supreme Court of India recognized transgender as the third gender to eradicate the discrimination suffered by them and to safeguard their rights. The court asked the center to treat the transgender as socially and economically backward classes and to allow them to get admission in the educational institutions and employment on the basis of the third gender category. In the landmark judgment of National Legal Service Authority versus Union of India, and the third gender gained legal recognition in the eyes of law, as the Honorable Supreme Court ruled that fundamental rights should be available to the third gender in the same way as they were provided to the male and females. The court provides the transgender with equal rights and protection under this Article 14, 15, 16 and 21. The court stressed out on the importance of the right to dignity and gave them due recognition to their gender identity, which was based upon reassigned sex after undergoing sex reassignment surgery, as the person has a constitutional right to get recognized as a male or female. Thus, the transgender were entitled to legal protection of law in the spheres of state activity, including their education, their employment. The right of equality before law and equal protection of law is guaranteed under Article 14 and 21 of the Constitution. The right to choose one's gender identity is essential and part to lead a life with dignity, which again falls under the ambit of Article 21, determining the right to personal freedom and self-determination. The court observed that the gender to which a person belongs to is to be determined by the person concerned. The court has given the people of India the right to gender identify. Further, they cannot be discriminated against on the ground of gender as it violated under Article 14, 15, 16 and 21. The court also protects one's gender expression evoked by Article 19(1)(a) and held that no restriction can be placed on one person's appearance or choice of dressing subject to the restriction contained in Article 19(2) of the Constitution. Section 377 of the IPC, unnatural offences, however, voluntarily has cancelled intercourse, carnal intercourse against the order of nature with any man, woman, or animal shall be punished with imprisonment of life or with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to a fine. Explanation of this is penetration is sufficient to constitute the carnal intercourse necessary to the offense described in this section. Thank you.